Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back. So today I'm going to show you how you can use Binance if you're a US resident, or if you're in the US and you're getting this notification right here when you're trying to access Binance, which essentially tells you that you're only allowed to use Binance US if you're in the States. Now, there are a few things you want to keep in mind, because using Binance International as a US resident is a little bit more complex due to the regulatory restrictions imposed by the United States. So Binance.com, which is the international platform, is not exactly available for US residents, but there are ways to get access to it. Now, accessing Binance International as a US resident may violate some US regulations and Binance terms of service. So it's important to understand that there are some risks, including potential account closure and loss of funds. But in case that does happen with you, they'll probably give you a 2-week notice so that you can liquidate everything and withdraw it from your account. Now, one of the most important steps when it comes to accessing Binance International is using a VPN. Now, I've got 3 VPNs here, and any of them will work just fine. I prefer to use ExpressVPN simply because it's my preferred VPN and it's super quick, especially when it comes to privacy. I trust Express thanks to the 2017 incident, which you will find more information on in the review down below. By the way, if you guys are interested in any of these VPNs, of course, you'll find links to pricing and discounts as well as the full reviews down below. Now, here's how it works. If you're in the States and you're not able to access Binance, and again, you keep getting this notification right here, what you want to do is just connect to a place where Binance International is available fully. So let's just go with Germany, for example. So I'll connect to the German server here, because you can tell it just connected immediately. This is part of the reason why I like to use ExpressVPN, because typically it takes about a second or 2 at worst to connect to a server. Same thing when it comes to disconnecting from the servers as well. Whereas with NordVPN and Surfshark, it could take about 10 to 15 seconds to connect to a server. So I love this snappiness about ExpressVPN. I'll briefly talk about them a little bit later on. But essentially what you want to do is use a VPN to hide your IP address so that it no longer looks like you're coming from the States. So I'll just give this a refresh and hopefully it won't give me this notification anymore, because I will have full access to Binance.com or Binance International, whatever you want to call it. But again, this method involves subscribing to a reliable VPN, and I've tried all of these VPNs with Binance and they work perfectly fine without any issues. Now, if you're trying to access Binance from outside the States, I wouldn't recommend using your main account. People will typically create an account on Binance.com using a non-US IP address via the VPN. Of course, this will probably require some identification documents from that specific country that you've connected to. So in this case, I've connected to Germany, right? But if I want to create an account there, I better have some German credentials. So, you probably want to speak to a friend of yours that is living in a country where Binance International is available, and you can maybe use their credentials with their permission, of course. But this is only if you aim to trade big numbers on Binance. I believe they will require KYC. Now, you can sign up for a Binance account without completing KYC verification and still have access to basic trading features, but there may be some limits on withdrawing amounts, trading volume, or certain features that require full verification. So please just keep that in mind. And when it comes to funding the account, depositing methods might include cryptocurrency transfers rather than bank transfers or credit or debit cards, to avoid linking US financial institutions. So that's also another thing to keep in mind. You can't really fund your international Binance account with a US credit or debit card. That's just not going to work. And it will let Binance know that you're probably an American citizen, and it will probably prompt the closure of your account if they detect that you're an American citizen. Once the account is funded, you can trade as you would from any other platform, but you have to be careful to maintain your VPN connection during each session. Now, again, please keep in mind, if Binance detects that a US resident is using their international platform, they may suspend or terminate the account. From what I've seen, if they find that out, they will give you about 2 weeks to liquidate your portfolio, and after that, they will just delete your account. But it is definitely better to just avoid that altogether and stay as safe as possible by making sure you're following the correct steps when it comes to accessing Binance International from outside the United States, which will probably include the information of somebody else that you know outside, especially if you're trying to open up a new account. Okay, so that'll be it for Binance. Now, if you're trying to just pick up one of these VPNs, again, any of them will work. If you're looking for the best for privacy, if you're a privacy conscious individual, then ExpressVPN will be the best overall choice if you're looking for something that is super reliable, safe, quick, and very consistent. Now, NordVPN will be more of the well-rounded option that offers a bunch of features for a very reasonable price, and Surfshark will be the best budget option that gets the job done at the cheapest possible cost. For more information, you'll find all kinds of details in the links below, but make sure you don't spend more money than what you have to on these VPNs, because a lot of people end up spending more money on the monthly plan, thinking they're not going to need the VPN for longer than a month, but they end up using it longer than a month and it keeps resubscribing to this very expensive rate. So unless you know you're not going to need the VPN for more than a month, then go for something that saves you a little more money, like the 6-month plan, the 12-month plan, or the 2-year plans that are available with Surfshark and NordVPN, especially if you use the discount links down below. And they all have a 30-day money-back guarantee, just in case you decide to go back on your decision, or if you just want to go back to a month at a time plan. So that'll be it for today. If you guys happen to have any questions, please feel free to comment down below. I'll be happy to answer all of them, and like and subscribe if you learned something new, or if you'd like to stay up to date with everything VPNs and cybersecurity. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.